think I'm just gonna let them dig up my son.
When they see the report, they won't ask. They're just gonna do it, Dad. Casey shot him in the forehead while he laid on his back.
We don't know it was Casey.
He was executed. 5 bullets in a circle like this. Name the livestock officer who could do that.
Casey killed his wife's brother, Lang. When questioned by his family, he chooses to remain silent. But the evidence does not lie. In the governor's office, there are 2 autopsy reports. The governor hands the reports to Jamie. According to the materials, Lee was paralyzed when he was shot and could not have fired back. Meanwhile, Lang's chest shows 5 gunshot wounds, with the cause of death being execution-style killing. 2 local agents witnessed a third person at the scene. However, since the third person was familiar to them, they refused to identify the shooter. These pieces of evidence are enough to prove that it wasn't Lee who killed Lang, but someone else. The 2 autopsy reports haven't been uploaded to the police station yet, and the governor and the attorney general can temporarily stall the investigation for a week. Jamie plans to use this time to handle the evidence. One of the agents is the son of a friend of John's, and the other is a devout religious man. John uses his influence to silence both agents. The medical examiner, however, remains the biggest threat, and it's difficult to buy his silence. If he uploads the autopsy reports to the police station, the authorities will conduct a second autopsy. Once they discover that Lee had lost the ability to defend himself after being shot, they will trace the killing back to Casey. Thus, Jamie suggests disposing of Lee's body, but John strongly opposes the idea. Just then, bad news arrives. The medical examiner has already sent Lang's autopsy report to the Native American police. John sends Rip to permanently silence the examiner. With the report in hand, the Native American police begin to question Lang's cause of death. Since they don't have Lee's autopsy report, they are unaware that Lee was paralyzed after being shot and still think it was a mutual killing between the 2 men. However, the chief seems to be growing suspicious of Casey, who was present at the scene. That night, Rip takes care of the medical examiner, destroys Lee's autopsy report, and stages a fire in the microwave to cover up the evidence. To avoid a second autopsy by the police, John follows Jamie's suggestion and has Lee's body disposed of. The next day, John buries Lee's ashes beside his wife's grave. He has now buried his son twice. John feels an immense weight in his heart, overwhelmed by grief.